So first of all, thank you for um, welcoming me into your home. You know, maybe through live, through Zoom calls, whatever it may be, guys. Thank you for the opportunity to come into your house, your space, and share a little motivation with you guys, a little positivity, some stories. You know, if you guys want to hop in, share something in the comments. Let me know you're getting feedback. Go ahead and let me know. But today, guys, I really want to start off in talking about our dreams, our goals, our ambitions, the things that we've always wanted to do when we grew up. You know, when you're sitting in class and your teacher asks you, write down on a piece of paper what you want to be when you grow up. Um, Sometimes it's hard for some people. A lot of people want to be lawyers, doctors, stuff like that. Um, Sometimes it was hard for other people, like for me or some people on this call. I don't know how many other people are on this call, but for those of you that are, I know for some of us it was a little harder to figure out what we wanted to do because of all the negativity and um all the naysayers, saying our dreams are far-fetched. If you want to be a business owner, you want to be a public speaker, motivational speaker, you want to be an artist, a music artist, rapper, whatever it is. Some people tend to call our dreams far-fetched, impossible, and they tend to put a cap on it. They trying to stop our opportunity, and some people it's just too rare. It's just too rare, and it's really just rare because a lot of people aren't willing to do what it takes to get there. People set expectations on you, and because of your expectations, it's kind of hard to surpass what people actually want to achieve in life, because there's been a limit. There's been a limit to what people are telling you can and you can't do, and you tend to actually listen to what they say. We need to break apart from that. We have to let go of what people are thinking. We have to let go of what people are saying. And you got to realize that you really have a truly blessed life, that you can sit there and put your mind to it. The outcome can be so phenomenal, so great, guys. You can live such a blessed life if you actually strive away from listening to what other people say. Um, as long as you put in the work and everything, um, you can really use your gift to its advantage. Your gift is basically just your your talent, your God-given talent. Some people are good at computer work, some people are good at talking, some people are good at art. Other people have their certain kinds of talents and gifts. They vary. Some people may have the same gift. I may be able to speak just as well as this person, but the thing is, the story is different. We each have a story that we can tell to make it better. You may be good at computers for this reason, this person may be good at computers for hacking reasons. Both of you guys have a good gift. You guys have a great mind that lets you see into a computer what other people don't. But you can't let that keep you from living out your true goal just because somebody has the same goal as you. You may have the same goal, but the path is different, and you can always choose that different path to get better results, guys. In order to implement your gift, you really have to move towards your dream, to where you take the lid off your jar. You got to remove the expectations, remove the limitations that people are tending to set on you. They're instilled on you in a young age, in a very young age. You're domesticated to be taught not to do this or not to do that, or that's good and that's bad, and you're never going to be this and you're never going to be that. So there comes a point in your life where there's something you want to do. If you want an entrepreneur and somebody tells you you can't do that, some people will be like, oh, you know what, you're right, I can't do that. And they limit themselves. They limit themselves when they know and they had it in their mind that that's something that they wanted to do. Have you ever looked to see what happens when you put a flea into a jar? Okay, if you put a flea into a jar, guys, the flea jumps just high enough to where it doesn't touch the lid of the jar. Okay, so it jumps just high enough, because the expectations were set that if it touches the top of the jar, it gets hurt, it gets injured. So the limitation is set. As soon as you put a flea in there, it's gonna hit the top and it's gonna get stuck, so it's gonna get comfortable and it stays set. Okay, but say you put a flea in there and that flea has baby fleas. So the baby flea has the capacity, has the ability to jump 200 times its size, guys. So it has the ability from birth to jump and pop the top right off that lid, you know. And that's what you need to understand. From birth, guys, you're created for greatness. You're created to blow the top off that lid. You're meant for so much more, and the expectations that people are putting on, you know, they're putting the lid on your jar and they're screwing it. You got to remind yourself that you're made for greater, you're made for more. You have the ability to jump 200 times your size, and you can pop the lid off that expectation. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it takes a lot, but as long as you stay determined, you're always able to pop that top off, you know. And that's what you really want. You can't let people set expectations, you know, because of the environment that you're in, you know. The fleas tend to duplicate, you know. So you see one bouncing just so it doesn't hit the lid. The second one's going to do the same thing. It's going to see it, it's going to be comfortable. And next thing you know, it's just a chain reaction. You know, you got to be the one that stands out. You got to be the one that pops the top off. Because as you know, from growth, from birth, you are actually one of those people who can actually pop the top off the lid. You know, from birth, you were already guaranteed that. You just got to see it for yourself, you know. You're clearly created to soar, you know. You're created to soar and do great things, but you just can't sit down and listen to the opinions of others, or actually compare yourself to others, guys. Comparing yourself to others is one terrible, one of the worst things you can do, you know. Just because somebody's already popped the top off of their jar doesn't mean that's bad for you. Doesn't mean you should put the lid back on yours because yours hasn't popped off either. You know, you got to stay on your goals, stay, you know, tunnel minded, and focus on your own true visions, guys, your own destiny. Because you're destined to excel, guys. You got to break the lid off your limitations and take the next step towards following your goal, whatever the next step is, whether it's actually figuring out what your gift is. If you don't know what your gift is, if you don't know if you're good at talking to people, if you don't know if you're good at math or computers, or just helping people out, if you don't know what your gift is, I truly recommend you trying to figure that out first. From there, you know, sit down, make a plan, figure out what you can do, use your goal to make this really stand out for you guys. You know, Proverbs 28 says, where there is no vision, the people perish, guys. And I got that from this, that's from the Bible, of course, but I read that in this book, and I kind of want to share a chapter of this book for you guys, just to give a quick example. So, like I said, you know, Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, people perish. You know, in this chapter, it says, perishing is the dangerous state of living in a mundane existence without even realizing it. There you are, living your comfortable life, going to the same job day in, day out, doing the same thing. You know your routine so well that you can probably do it without thinking. There are no dreams or aspirations in front of you. And if you were fired tomorrow, you know, you wouldn't know how to pursue a better life. Okay, so that's the paragraph, guys. And the reason I really wanted to read that is because there's a lot of people right now living in that perishing state where it says, you know, if you were fired tomorrow and you wouldn't know how to pursue a better life, right now you're actually, everybody's pretty much fired right now, guys. We're in that moment where everybody's lost their jobs, everybody's stuck at home, most people, and you know, you need to find a way to pursue a better life. You know, if you don't find a way to pursue a better life, you know, it's gonna end up hurting you towards the end so much harder. You really got to find your goal. You really need to pop the top off your jar and read that. You know it's time. You know, we're in the time right now where we have nothing else to do, guys. We're sitting down and we can open up, read a book. We can help people, see what we can do, talking to people, learn from experiences, and learn how we can grow and be better. Or you can sit down and, you know, be lazy and do nothing, you know, but you're only perishing, you're only making your life worse. And the people you love, who knows, maybe they need you right now. Maybe somebody needs you right now more than ever, and you're perishing your life away, and maybe that's making somebody else perish their life because they don't see the true blessings coming out of your life, and they're putting that expectation on you, you know. we're talking about expectations and not letting people set expectations. What if somebody's setting an expectation on you guys? You know, what if somebody's life is based, somebody's happiness, like they say, somebody's happiness is based off you being happy? And what if you're not happy right now? What if you're perishing and you're not living the best life? You know, think about your mom. You know, your mom wants you to be so happy. She wants you to live the best life. How do you think she feels knowing, you know, you're partying every day, drinking? She knows you're doing drugs. Like, it hurts her. You know, what if it's like that for other people? You know, people are willing to see you grow. People want to see you do better. And it's times like these where you can actually stand out and try to do better. You can stand out and try to grow and try to help other people. Because the better that you are, you know, people, it's contagious. You know, people want to be happy with you. You know, and that's, I mean, basically that's why we're here spreading the message. Monday Night Motivations. We're here trying to do this and trying to pursue a better life. You know, it's very devastating, guys. It's very devastating waking up in the morning with no purpose, with no dreams, no goals, being lazy, waking up automatically bored. As soon as you wake up, you don't know what to do. It's amazing to have a team, to have people behind you where you can actually sit down and listen to what they say and just get motivated. You know what's going on to happen. You know what's going to happen. You can't let yourself get distracted by it. You know, if you have your goals, if you have your gift, you got to learn how to continue growing on your gift. You know, stay in the book. If you like speaking, you know, learn how to speak. Watch some motivational videos. Pick little piece by piece. You know, I'm sharing this about you know, perishing and learning motivation. One, for the fact that, you know, I was in that state of perish once, guys. You know, I was in the state of perish where all I was doing was partying and, you know, partying, drinking, doing drugs, selling drugs, out and about, you know. And, you know, I knew what I wanted to be in life. I knew I wanted to be successful. But I just didn't know how I was going to get there. I didn't have a clear vision. I just had an idea of what I wanted to do, you know. And aside from that, that was as far as it went. Partying, drinking, and just wanting to be rich, you know. But the only thing that came in the back of my mind was, you know, the thoughts of what people put in my head, the thoughts of being locked up by the time I was 16, 17 years old. That was set in my mind, you know, by the time people were talking to me and when I was younger, and my teachers, you know, they tell me, oh, well, you know, go back to jail where you belong, or little things like that, or family tell you, and the expectations were set. So I always had it in my mind that I was going to be locked up when I was 17, you know. And I was 17, everybody's expectations, and that was just set in their mind, you know. And it was the point of me either actually listening to what they said and blow out of it, you know, pop the top off the jar right then and there, or actually, you know, just let it take its course, let it work its way, you know. And that's what I did. I let it take its course. I kept going back into drugs, and I finally had to realize, you know, it's my life, it's my destiny, you know. The only person that's going to change it is me. You know, you're the only one stripping yourself of all the possibilities and all the benefits of life. You know, you're the one failing if you don't have a vision. You really gotta plan this out on your own, and you're your own motivation, guys. You know, failing to have a vision, you're stripping yourself of every possible blessing, relationship, or opportunity that comes your way, guys. Like Steve Harvey, guys, when you just sit by and let your life perish without vision, it's the most painful kind of death, guys. It's the most painful kind of death, because you know you're not doing anything with your life. You know you're not going anywhere. You know it's your fault. You're living in regret, and you're still choosing to do it anyways. You know, you're still deciding up every morning and, you know, come up with excuses on why you can't do anything. It's time for things like that to change, because you're only going to make your life worse, guys. It's only going to make your life worse if you just stay there stagnant. You know, you don't take that leap of faith. You know, what's worse, taking the leap of faith, falling and getting back up, or just regretting that you've never taken a leap at all. You know, if you go to an old person in their deathbed and you ask them if they regret anything about life, you know, a lot of people tend to tell you that, you know, they regret not taking action, not doing what they really chose to do in life. You know, a lot of people have their dreams and they have their goals, and a lot of their regret comes from not actually taking that leap of faith, guys. So I encourage you to take that leap of faith. You know, don't let fear of the unknown keep you from your destiny. You know, do not let the fear of unknown keep you from your destiny, because you could be meant for so much more than what you really possibly think you are. But there's so much more to come, guys. I truly believe that, and I know that if you set your mind to it, you can actually outcome it. No one ever said it was going to be easy, of course, you know, but you have to be willing to stay committed and take the hits to finally get the break that you deserve, guys. There will be a break that comes in, and you will finally get your break. It just takes that point of consistency and determination and motivation to actually boost your self-esteem, guys. Like I said, you're your own motivation, so you got to wake up in your mornings, do your little power stance, you know, get your workout going. The things that make you feel uncomfortable, guys. You wake up and you start being lazy because thinking about reading or thinking about working, going for a run is actually making you really uncomfortable. Those are the things you need to do. You know, in this moment that you're stuck at home, you need to find ways to make you uncomfortable, to make you on your toes, get you thinking, get you doing things differently, and just helping you grow, guys. um First, you just gotta have to find your gift. You're gonna have to find your gift. Use that as your motivation. You know, if you don't have your gift, you know, dig into the books, find everything you need to actually figure out what your goal is, whether it's talking to people, whether it's entrepreneurship, motivational speaking, or just helping people out, guys. Find out what your gift is. um and just grow from there, guys. Take it step by step, tunnel vision, stay focused. You know, you have to find your gift, and if you already know your gift, you know, of course, just take it step at a time. At all costs, take it one step at a time, and that's all it takes, guys. Um honestly, it's time to commit to taking the lid off the jar, guys. It's time to commit to doing things the right way, going about it in the right path, and actually motivating yourself, having a team here ready to build with you and motivate you and get it going every day. Every day, guys, through all hours of the day. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have anything you want to say, you know, I'm always here for each and every one of you guys on this call, not on this call, guys. I'm here to help. Um, so let's commit, guys. It's time to commit. Take the lid off the jar. Every day that we go by, wake up, take the lid off the jar, and do the things that make us feel uncomfortable. I really appreciate you guys' time. This link will go ahead and be shared every Monday, and they will be held on YouTube also, guys. We will post these videos up on YouTube, so go ahead and, you know, check them out there. Shoot me a message. I'll go ahead and send you some links throughout the week. I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for allowing me into your house. This was a great message, guys. If you guys have anything you guys want to say, if you guys got any positivity out of these messages, go ahead and drop some hundreds in the chat box. Drop some hundreds in the chat box. Let me know what you think. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything you guys want to say real quick before we go ahead and cancel this out, go ahead and let me know real quick, guys. I'll give you a couple minutes.
I will say thank you for doing this again, bro. I love that. You got pop my lid. I'm gonna start my day off right. I feel it. Thank you.
Let's get it, brother. I appreciate you, Alan. You're the man, bro. Anything else, guys? Anybody else on this call? All right, guys. Thank you for everything. I appreciate y'all's time. Go ahead and share this YouTube link. We'll go ahead and post it up soon. And thank you, everybody else. Hope you guys have a